The Battle of Fort Donaldson commences. Meet the Mississippi Department. Welcome back to the war, my friends. Well, a lot has happened in the last campaigns, and I highly recommend you take a look. But currently what we're dealing with, of course, is a situation right over here. I believe it's at Fort... I don't know what the name is, but it's over here in this fort area. And it looks like the enemy may have pulled off a bit. Let me take a look at Wheeling. So currently, we're just waiting, essentially. We're letting these armies, of course, regain some of their strength, regain some of their readiness, especially. And we're just going to proceed forward, pretty much let that occur, let that happen, and then decide kind of what we want to do. Right there in the middle lets us know basically how the war is going, and right now we're evenly matched. I want to make sure that we take a look here. I think this is where it's happening. That's right. So we've got a very massive army attacking Fort Donaldson. We have a few armies going there to assist. Let's just see what happens. Here we go. Now on the Eastern Theater, we need to do quite a few things, but right here I just kind of want to see how this battle goes. Since it's a siege, the game doesn't currently have battles with the siege format, so we kind of just have to hope that our generals know what they're doing, and that's the other reason that we're sending the Department of the Mississippi over there with 88,000 men. It's going to be night soon. That'll be the end of that battle. In the meantime, I just want to take a look over here, see how that readiness is going for First Corps and the rest of them. And as you can see, it's getting there, but I really want to get it at least in the yellow before I even move forward. It's currently classified as low readiness. Heinzelman has a lack of food there. Let's see if they have a lack of food too. Low food, in which case we need to do something to increase the actual food going out to the men. It seems like it might just be going to First Corps and to the Fort Whipple garrison. Pretty much everybody over here in this Virginia area. So that could be the issue here. Get rid of that military screen. Policy screen we have sort of set up automatically, but I want to make sure that we do the breadbasket support. That's like my main focus there. Ultimately, we can get to industry, diplomacy, etc., but my main focus now is just making sure we're getting consistent food streaming into the Union, of course. See how Kentucky's doing. The Kentucky Theater, we got the Army of the Ohio here. Unfortunately, though, Don Carlos Buell is not going to be able to attack now, but look at that. It looks like the fight for Fort Donaldson is going in our favor. It does look that way. Maybe we should also do some fort attacks ourselves, though I don't just want to throw our men's lives away needlessly. Look at that readiness. It's growing. It is growing. Want to add some subsidies to agriculture, although currently we're not doing great on the finances. Let's let them auto-manage it. It is dropping, but so are the Confederate finances here. So let's just keep that on auto-manage, and hopefully they'll know what to do about that food situation. The great thing about this game is it really does let you determine what you want full control over. We could, of course, just focus on the army, or we could focus on the entire country at hand. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a mix of both. There's George McClellan, still hanging back like a coward. Let's take a look over there at the fort. Man, that is a hell of a battle, guys. Just going on for days, really. And there we go. Got our additional army in there. It looks like the Department of the Mississippi is coming in to clean up shot. I hope so, anyway. Charge. Okay, it looks like we can... Well, boys, it looks like we get to do a full-on attack of Springfield. Just beautiful, and more importantly, this is going to be near Fort Donaldson, I believe, so it really gives us this opportunity to stretch out our forces. In fact, let's just take Ulysses S. Grant here, move the whole damn army forward. Something like that. And pretty much we are just getting prepared to take on the forces attacking Springfield, Virginia. Not Springfield, Virginia, excuse me, Springfield, Tennessee. Now, hopefully we manage to do quite a bit of damage here to the Confederate Army. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and press start to end deployment, and we want to start pushing forward with these forces. Just want to take a look and see. Not currently seeing any actual victory points. So I guess we just move up little by little, move up with Prentiss. Do the same here with Wallace. Try to get him on this side of the river and see if we've got any enemies to face. And look at that. We've even got Zouaves in Wallace's force here. That's looking pretty great. But once again, what is strange here about the Battle of Fort Donaldson is we don't actually have any sort of victory point. It's going to be purely based on casualties, I suppose. Oh, simply defend your position. Okay, so we're simply going to hold on the other side of the river, guys. Hold our position and hopefully stop the Confederates from pushing through here. Let's get forward a little bit more as well. There we go. Who knows? Maybe there won't be any fighting this day. It's all going to depend whether or not the Confederates will actually give us battle. So just as we thought the enemy was going to try and attack across the river, it looks like they're actually attacking from the west here. So we've immediately begun bringing these units back, setting them up on the road, and preparing to defend, essentially. I might even actually move some of these units through the bluffs and see if I can't take the enemy head-on out here. But of course, we are restructuring the army to get back to the Raymere position. Now we're going to have to fight for the South Road. Alright, here we go, folks. Now we're into a proper battle, that's for sure. Let's get these men into action, start defending the South Road. In fact, I think at this point, we really are going to be attacking the South Road in every sense of the word. So here we go. We'll start setting these guys up. We could actually start making skirmishers. Oh, maybe not. Not seeing the skirmisher option. Commander... Yeah, we might need to be a little bit closer, or perhaps this unit simply doesn't have skirmish. There we go. What's wrong with me? Get a unit of skirmishers going, and pretty much just start firing on the enemy. Now, we don't have the defensive ground that we want. That's a problem. So I am going to try to get some of our units into the woods there. In fact, let's get the skirmishers into the woods. All right, folks, the battle for Fort Donaldson commences. I didn't want it to come to this, but if it has to be this way, then so be it. We've got artillery on the way, plenty of infantry moving at the quick step back to that position, and I'm confident they can make it in time. And my only concern is going to be if the Confederates decide to also attack across the river, well, then we're leaving that position open, but I think this is definitely the safe bet. The safest bet, I should say. Come on. Nobody has fired a shot yet. It's still just absolutely no one has fired a shot. Let's get some skirmishers here as well. Fire. On Bowen's brigade. Alright, guys, we got first blood. Definitely got first blood. I'm not going to focus on enemy HQ, even though we could probably get some easy shots on them. Let's focus on Bowen's brigade. It's already showing up as a flanking shot here, so we're doing okay. Just want to, of course, establish a position before it's too late, and I do believe we still have a chance. Take a look here at this artillery. He's got to get a little bit closer, and then we can unleash him on the enemy. Lots of rebels here near the fort, though, and of course, this fort is an extremely integral part to our western defense, to our western armies in general, so we want to do whatever we can to defend it. It's going to take a while for these guys to actually get into position. Come on now, boys. He is moving as part of a larger group, so we don't really need to micromanage, but just to be certain, why not? Here we go. Take a look there. Got the other group of skirmishers. Might as well send them forward. Here at the South Road. We could maybe call this episode Engagement at the South Road. Push forward, Colonel Julius Wraith. Many brave men of the Western armies fighting here. And of course, look at that. We do hold control over the woods, but with those arriving infantry units, I don't think that's going to continue for long. Take the fight to the Rebs, boys. It's actually the perfect location for the infantry, and it looks like with this artillery, we might be able to open fire on the arriving enemy units. So that would work out really well for us if that were the case. Just make sure that we are not spotting any enemy units over here in the town as well. I don't think so. But the main focus has to be here for now. Enemy caught us off guard, of course. It was my fault, because I thought we would have to move in this scenario. And I thought for sure they would be coming across the river, but that's not the case. And that, of course, allowed them to get to this position. I'm amazed we were able to defend it at all. Currently, we do control the South Road still. I don't know for how much longer, though, but that was surprising. Tennessee now becomes the main battleground. Fighting like tigers unleashed right now. The boys are doing a great job. But we do need those reinforcements to arrive quickly, as you can see. They are more than ready to fight. They're playing their songs, trying to get to that battlefield as quickly as they can, of course. In fact, we might need to grab one of these HQs, Hurlbut, and send him over here, just so they get there a bit faster. Yeah, that works. So now we'll have all of these units moving, not just a few of the infantry units. But as you can see, most of them are getting back, even the Zouaves. Colonel Morgan Smith's Zouaves. I thought their training would be superior, but I guess not. Still poor training. Alright, that's scary. Looks like potentially, nope, that is a rebel charge, guys. We hear the rebel yell. They're doing the right thing, and that is charging here. The right thing for them, of course, not for us. Let's hope we can break that charge before it makes it to our lines. But it looks like they're attacking with an entire two regiments. Two entire regiments here. Yeah, we're going to have to reassign Julius Wraith. Get over there by the woods, son. For goodness sakes. We got rebels coming through the woods here. Our men are scattered. That's never good. Come on, we need to get some shots going. This guy is not firing. There we go. Just kind of have to readjust the men sometimes. Make sure you're getting the most opportune firing locations, of course. We need that courier to arrive a little bit faster. We really do need the support, and quickly. In fact, we'll start pushing this guy up to the South Road. I like to see those skirmishers moving in, and look at that withering fire we're throwing into them, man. Doing a great job against that charge. They're still pushing through, but I think they're a bit, confused, as it were. They're kind of readjusting quite a bit here. Statham's brigade, keep up the withering fire, boys. Send them Rebs to hell. I think they can't really break through this wooden fence area. It's causing them some problems, and we're just dropping them before they can muster enough courage to make the charge happen. How beautiful is that? In fact, I'm going to turn the attention of my cannons on Trebu's brigade. Or is it Trebu? Trebu's brigade there. Looks like they just got a courier order as well. Might be ordering them to fall back. We're just bringing in more and more skirmishers. This time, Carroll Marsh. It's a beautiful sight. We got them trapped in the fence, boys. Trapped in the fence north of the South Road. Makes sense of that, if you will. I like to see that artillery setting up. Let's see how long it's taking for the rest of the men to arrive. And when you see that yellow, that sort of scattered formation, that's never a good thing. Let's get Prentice over here. These men are kind of looking out for Confederates behind the lines, but I think the main Confederate force is all going to be by the South Road here. Yeah, they're just not going to be able to make it through with a charge. They're going to have to actually engage us. Focus on Trebu. There we go, broke them completely, and look at that pile of rebel dead. This is what they get for attacking Fort Donaldson, guys. we bring in the Mississippi Department to shut down this rebellion in the west, and maybe, just maybe, we can crush this rebellion in its tracks in the west and just worry about the Eastern Theater. That would be amazing. Fire. We are pushing the attack, guys. Why not? We are pushing this attack. We don't even have an officer really near us. I think the closest one is going to be McLernan over here. Here we go. Prepare to fire. Let's take a look here. Martian contact, good to know. There we go. Their artillery's doing a nice bit of damage on us, and these guys are firing, but the guys over here that were part of that charge, they just seem completely confused. They don't know what they're doing. In fact, the enemy's even pulling their artillery out of this area. And this is good for us in a number of ways, but primarily because we really get to reassign defensive positions over here before the rest of the enemy army arrives. Hit them in the back, boys. I don't care if they're retreating. They're not off the battlefield. They could return. We know the rallying ability here of the rebels is pretty damn good. Let's throw that artillery fire directly on that unit. I think we, for the most part, pushed them off our backs in this area. And that is a sight for sore eyes, guys. Reinforcing Union troops. Always great to see that. What's not good is the massive Confederate group arriving here. And I think they mean business. Unlike their friends over here at the edge of the woods, we managed to catch them with their pants down. And I can only see a few Union bodies, just like 4 or 5 Union bodies through here. I'm sure our casualties are more like 20 or 30, but considering the situation, we did extraordinarily well. In fact, it could just be that artillery that's really hurting us now. I don't like this because they could end up flanking us. If they move over here and end up attacking us from this location, then we are going to be flanked. So we'll make sure to move one of those groups right into this area, or even by the trees, and kind of hold that area. Against enemy attack, of course. But yeah, we're almost dealing with no resistance from the Trabuse Brigade, or really anybody under the Reserve Corps command. So I think a major fail here on the Reserve Corps' end, unless the enemy's luring us into a trap, like letting us chip away at their forces, but I don't think so. I think, as you can see here, the main enemy force has yet to arrive. And there we go, completely made the Reserve Brigade flee. I absolutely love it, boys. Look at that. So many rebel bodies on the ground, too. We certainly taught them a lesson here, but now they mean business. Yep, they're starting to actually open fire now. These guys seem to have just been stuck in an endless charge formation. And we, of course, want to set up the defense as best we can. So we'll put some of the guys here, near the farmhouses. I think that guy, we already assigned him to that area. I'm going to assign this guy over here by the woods, because I do see that rebel force moving forward, and it looks like over time they could extend their force and appear quite horrifying to the rest of our men. Also, note the time, 10:11. I believe that is in the AM. Yes, it is. We're talking military time here. And that means we've got an entire day to fight. An entire day, boys. Keep them back. Wonderful job. The skirmishers here in 3rd Brigade under Julius Wraith have done an amazing job against Trabuse Brigade, knocking them down, but they are taking the brunt of the artillery fire, as you can see here, and we can see the extent of that rebel army arriving. That's some serious business we got to deal with. In fact, they might outnumber us here. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah, very possibly they outnumber us. So in any case, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first part of the battle. And as always, if you want to see some more of this campaign and you want to see regular uploads, make sure to like and comment. I say if we get 5 comments, we can upload the next episode really quickly. It's really, the only reason I don't upload day after day is because we want that previous episode to gain some views and for people to catch up. So again, if you want that to happen a little bit faster, you know what you've got to do. Thank you so much, folks. All glory to the Union, and let's see if we can end up winning this battle. Looks like the first part of the battle is purely in our favor, but what does the second part of this massive fight hold?